Pinaki Mishra, let me ask you, this is a very, very difficult situation, isn't it, for the Orissa government? There's been a lot of criticism that you gave in, and when you gave in to some demands, the Maoists came back with more demands, and you're just going to run around in circles trying to meet those demands. Do you think that it could have been handled better?
Well, let me compliment your correspondent Kishlay Bhattacharya firstly for giving a very remarkably lucid picture of the situation as it obtains right now as we go to press. In answer to your question, did we give in too easily? I don't believe so. I think it's in one case, one abduction was the 14th of March. Now that's more than 3.5 weeks, back. The other one was, I think, by the 24th, I think. So again, more than 2.5 weeks now. These are very long, protracted negotiations that have gone on and on and on. The government hasn't given in easily at all. Kishlay himself said that the original demand was for 70 Maoists to be released. That has now been pruned to 23. I think the problem was that the government concession was with regard to very low-grade cadre, very ordinary cadres, as it were, I think. And I think that is what seems to have become the hitch now. I think they've upped the ante to some more hardcore, Maoist release. But no, government hasn't given in easily at all. Government has negotiated very long, very hard. So therefore, in answer to your question, could this have been done better? That's wisdom in hindsight. The two abductions were totally needless. They need never have happened if both of them had just listen to the authorities. But
there is also a point of view that you shouldn't have negotiated at all. I know that's a very extreme point of view, but it is one that is there, that these are hostage takers, if the moment the state actually gets into a negotiation with them, then you will be perceived as a soft state and it will never end.
Nidhi, whoever criticizes in that regard really then has to be put in a position of power one day and see how to deal with this situation any differently. Worldwide, I think globally, some of the hardest states as they were, the United States of America, the Israeli state, which is by far regarded as the hardest state. I've said this before. For one soldier, Gilad Shalit, last year, who was held by the Hamas for 5 years, for this release of one soldier, they released 1,093 hardcore Palestinian prisoners. And these 1,000 odd Palestinian prisoners were responsible for 679 Israeli deaths. And that's the track record of Israel, which is, we all admire to be a truly hard state, which has a no negotiation policy with hostages, hostage situations. So really, this is, every situation has to be looked at case-to-case basis. You cannot have a hard and fast rule in this regard. No government can, no nation can, no society can. There are innocent lives at stake. You have to ensure that this comes to a sweet resolution with the least concessions given. That's really what we are trying.
Mr. Swaranjit Sen, what's your take on this? Do you understand the difficult situation that a government finds itself in when something like this happens?
Well, my heart goes out to Mr. Pinaki Mishra and the government of Orissa. But let me say one thing, that the general opinion is that they reacted a bit too fast in agreeing to the release of hostages and that kind of thing. The point is that it seems as if the Maoists have realized that Orissa has a soft underbelly and they are playing on that. Now we have a situation where the Chief Minister, in his own wisdom, and surely he must have gone through the whole case, declared the names of 27 people who were going to be released. And that's not enough for them. That would not have been enough. So, I feel that the government of Orissa can still take its time. Mr. Pinaki Mishra himself has said about the example of the Israelis, 5 years that one person was kept by the other side. Now 10 days or so, I feel, yeah, it is very sad. If somebody is in that situation, it is terrible. But when you look at the overall scene, I feel that what is going on is a battle of attrition. And at present, by agreeing to release the Maoists and all their demands, I think the government of Orissa is playing a little easy.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.